Hello, everybody. How are you? We're back again with another consumer insight video, giving you the information you need to make the best decision on products and services. And this time, we're going to talk about the worst 5 car dealers in San Jose, California. Let's jump right into it. The first one on our list, guys, is Laundry Automotive. Now, this is right downtown, convenient for you if you, let's say, want to take a test drive after work. They're open till 9, give you plenty of time to look at a car. But the problem is that the people that work there, they will do their laundry while you're doing the test drive. So you look in your rearview mirror, guys, and there's somebody back there with a washboard washing their socks in your auto while you're testing it. Now, I don't know about you, but when I buy a new car, I don't expect somebody to be in the back washing their socks. I don't care if the place is called Laundry Automotive. I don't care if they're trying to show that they're in touch with the common man. I don't care that somebody at work there doesn't have time at home to get their laundry done, so they're doing it during my test drive. No, I'm going to say no to Laundry Automotive, guys. Number 2 on our list is Jackhammer Auto Sales on the far north side there, right across from the home improvement store. Now, Jackhammer will bring you in. They're very low key. Despite the name, they're very mellow. In fact, they have a little bubbling fountain when you walk in, trying to create this Zen-like atmosphere, perhaps to take the edge off of their image from their name, Jackhammer. Feels like they're going to try to jackhammer you into a car sale, but they take the opposite approach. The only problem I have is that they overdo going the other way. My salesman was in the middle of his meditation when I walked in his office, and he kept repeating, Om, Om. So I say, hey, bro, I hate to interrupt you, but I'm here for my test drive that I made arrangements for. He's like, Om. Hello, sorry to bother you, bro. I'm here for my test drive. And he must have been in some kind of trance because he started floating above his desk in a crossed-legged position. He was literally floating above the desk, which seems like it'd be something I want to spread to people outside the building. Like, this is amazing. The guy's floating in midair, but all I can think of is, I'm here for my test drive. So because I get frustrated, guys, I'm going to have to say no to Jackhammer Autos. Now, number 3 on our list of the 5 worst car dealers in San Jose is Biofeedback. Now, Biofeedback Auto is right there on the far west side, or out there by the Outer Belt, guys. They're going to have an interesting approach for you. What they're going to do is hook you up to a lie detector machine to get biofeedback on whether you're telling the truth or not. So the reason that they say this benefits you is that they do it to everybody. This is how they say it. We do it to everybody, and we can tell if you're lying from the biofeedback of your sweat, of your heart rate. And so what we're doing is eliminating the bad customers. Therefore, we can pass the savings on to the good customers. I'm looking at the salesman that's telling me this story, and I'm thinking, this is the biggest load of Huey I've heard in a while. But I was curious, so they hooked me up to the machine, and they said, have you ever walked out on a meal without paying? I said, of course not. And all of a sudden, so the guy said, look, we know you're a law-abiding citizen. Maybe in college you walked out. Maybe on spring break you had too many brewskis with your bros, and you guys walked out of a restaurant in Fort Lauderdale without paying. Is that possible? I said, no, that wasn't me. That was my buddy Ken. He's the one that said, guys, let's just skedaddle. They'll never, what are they going to do? Chase us back to Ohio? So I don't take responsibility, but you did participate. Now, this is my car salesman that's telling me this. He's like, you did participate in a crime. Isn't that true? I said, no, it was spray. And the machine is starting to shake now. The table's starting to kind of vibrate because those little arms are swinging back and forth across the graph paper. Well, guys, all of a sudden, it felt like I was being interrogated by the CIA. So I'm just going to say no to those guys. It didn't work for me. Now, the next one on our list is Goalie. Goalie car sales. They're right near the near south side, right there on the pocket of Main Street and right down there by the discount store. Now, if you go in, Goalie is a car dealership full of huge hockey fans, all right? They're huge hockey fans. A lot of Canadians that came to America to escape Canada's just ridiculous laws that you have to wear snowshoes during January, February, and March in any city that is above the American Canadian border. You got to wear snowshoes. Now, the main reason people didn't want to wear snowshoes, just as an aside, is that it made it difficult to drive a car. Have you ever tried to drive a car in Canada, no matter what month it is, wearing your snowshoes? Because what happens is you get your snowshoe, which is basically a webbing, caught in the gas pedal. And all of a sudden, you're driving your truck through Edmonton, Alberta in the middle of February at 125 miles an hour. And the only thing that you hear from passers when you go screaming by these homes, the only thing you can hear is people saying, hey, bro, put a blade on the front of that and at least shovel some snow off the road. Clear the road for us. You know, and you're like, what? I mean, what? I mean, you guys want me to clean the snow off the streets because my snowshoe is caught in the gas pedal? I mean, only in Canada, right? So a lot of these ex-Canadians are working at this dealership in San Jose. And the reason they work there is they get down to California, guys. What happens is you grew up in British Columbia. And you get down there to San Jose, and it's wonderful California weather. Wonderful. And you get inspired by all the big money tech bros down there. And so you say, all right, I'm going to take off my snowshoes. I'm going to start selling cars. And then at night, I'm going to learn how to write Python. And then you're trying to become a tech bro. But what happens is people in America can't understand you because of your accent. So what they did is banded together. A lot of these Canadians banded together and in an effort to build some kind of economic security, started their own car dealership. And they called it Goalie in homage to their national sport. It was invented right there in Canada. The only problem is they think like hockey players. When you try to make a deal, and the guy says, look, either you pay what we're asking for, or we're going to body check you into the finance department. You're going to go flying, bro. And you just start laughing because you think this is Canadian humor. You're not really sure, so you have that awkward laugh. You're like, ha, ha, ha. All of a sudden, boom! And the guy body checks you into the finance department, and you go flying over the desk, and then he's looking down at you like, booyah! You're like, oh, dude, just calm down. I'm just trying to buy a car. I mean, I walked out of there. I was bloodied and bruised. I got in a few fights. I had to pull shirts over people's heads just to, I felt like I was playing hockey or something. So it's too much, guys. It's too much. I'm going to say no go for me. Now, the fifth and final of our worst car dealers in San Jose is going to be Restful. Now, Restful, again, is trying to ride this wave of the non-confrontational car salesperson. Now, in the old days, I don't know if you youngsters know, but back in the day, you had to get ready to tussle with your car salesman, man. They would try to do everything they can to get you into a car and paying as much as possible, undercoating, all this stuff you don't need. But especially in San Jose, what are you undercoating from, right? You might need some protection from the tech overlords that live in the San Jose area. Okay, you might need some protection on your car if you were to pull up next to somebody that's just developed an app. A week ago, they were pulling coffees at the local coffee shop for you, but now they're a tech bro. And when you pull up next to them at a stoplight, they start pitching you their app. They think everybody's an angel investor and they can support their app, and you're just like, bro, I'm just trying to drive here. You're pitching me your dumb app. So they offer a anti-tech bro protection at this car dealer. They offer that. Well, in the old days, they would just force it on you. It was a battle. But in this case, they're trying to keep everything non-confrontational, which is great. I mean, that's the way that things are done now. Developing trust, win-win. But of course, at the same time, they're still trying to sell cars. So the thing about it is they have a restful, hence the name, sales office. They don't have a regular sales desk, guys. They've got bunk beds. And they ask you to be in the top bunk, and the salesperson gets in the bottom bunk, and they start talking to you about the features of the car. And they actually help you fall asleep, because they know if you start lucid dreaming, then you possibly will have a dream of being in the car, and then the auto suggestions from the salesperson will put you closer to ownership of that vehicle in your mind, which will make it so much easier for them to get you to sign on the dotted line. Well, guys, I was climbing that bunk bed, and he said, you got to get out of the top bunk, and I fell off, and I snapped my ankle in 3 places, and I'm still got pain. I'm still taking medication. So, guys, it didn't work for me. Listen, those are my 5 worst car dealers in San Jose. Let me know if you know of others. Leave a comment, and vice versa. If you know good ones, leave a comment, because when you do, guys, you help lift the entire San Jose community as we grow together. Talk to you soon.